Take it away, Stacy.
All right, guys. Thank you all for joining us and giving us 30 minutes of your time tonight. We are going to be talking about an opportunity that's going to help you change your life financially and time freedom. You will hear from speakers that this has changed not only their lives, their family's life, and even people around them. To give you a quick introduction of myself, my name's Stacy Loftus. I'm a silver executive with the company, and I live in Charleston, West Virginia. I've been with Zingular for a little over 8 years. I'm probably like a lot of you all, got started on the products, had no desire in looking into the opportunity to make extra money with this. I was working probably 50 to 60 hours a week at the police department at the time. Felt like I didn't have time to do it. And also, I'm not one that really promotes anything. So I gave my sponsor a very polite but direct, no thank you, I'm not interested. About 2 weeks into it, things changed. People started asking what I was doing. My goal was just to help a handful of people and to get my products paid for. Was not looking at anything at all beyond that. What happened was about 6 months down the road, where we'd helped so many people, my wife and I were able to pay off $23,000 in debt. We could have never done that if it was not for Zingular. So that's when I started catching a vision that this could be a life-changing opportunity to allow us to do a lot of things that we simply could not do that we wanted to do. Just give you a few examples. The last few vehicles that we bought, we've been able to pay them off within 6 months of purchasing them. We have traveled a lot more, and a lot of it's been free with the company. And we'll go over that here in a little bit as well. We have helped people on a personal and private level that nobody knows but us and them. We're blessed to donate more money to our church. We've done some remodeling here at our house. And when my mom was living at her house, didn't have to take out a loan. So we did not have that overhead of wondering how we're going to pay this loan off, when we're going to pay it off, how much interest we might have to pay. None of that. We were able to pay cash for these remodels thanks to Zingular. Now, my story just grew a little bigger 2.5 weeks ago. After 22 years of being on the police department at Charleston Police Department, I was able to hang it up and retire thanks to Zingular. And here it is. A lot of people think that because I'm retired, I'm drawing a pension immediately from the company. That's not the case. I'm only 46. I cannot start drawing until I'm 50. So other than Zingular, I'm not bringing any other income into the household, but that's fine because Zingular has allowed me to build this to where I'm now making 3 times more than what I was making from the police department. So it was a no-brainer, time to hang it up, time to walk away and put my life more into Zingular. So that's my story. Thank you guys again for joining us. The first person that's going to be speaking tonight is Ryan Barson, the VP of Sales. And I met Ryan when he first came on his very first event. I think we were in Texas. And just after a few minutes of talking with Ryan, I was like, God, I feel like I've known this guy forever. He is just a great fit into our company from day one, has a really big heart. And one of the things I like about him is he works really hard in trying to get us to be the best version of ourselves. And I think one of the reasons he does this is he is probably one of the most competitive people that I know. And watching him do these marathons, half marathons, triathlons, all this crazy stuff that he does, that's why he loves to help people be the best version they can be, because he's always working on himself to be the best version of himself. So Ryan, if you would unmute yourself and come on in.
Thank you, Stacy. It is so great to be here with all of you this evening. I appreciate those kind words. Stacy, you are way too kind. By the way, I'll mail that check for all those nice things that you said tomorrow. Probably I'll get it in the mail as quick as I can. I really do appreciate it, and no, you do not have to be as crazy as me to be involved in something as amazing as Zingular. We are very, very honored that so many of you are taking your valuable time on a Wednesday night to spend a little bit of time with us and learn a little bit more about Zingular, what we're all about, what we do, and how we change people's lives for the better. I will be brief and to the point, and then I'm going to turn it back over to Stacy for him to take it from there. My job tonight is to share a few thoughts with you our company, our vision for the future, what our culture is all about, and why someone like you can feel right at home here with such a great company. I've been part of this company now for 2.5 years, and in those 2.5 years, it has been absolutely phenomenal as I have got to know and meet some of the amazing people you're going to hear from tonight. Not only Stacy Loftus, but also Melissa Adams, Cynthia Evans, and Samantha Wieland. And you know, we've got such great people here. The people are what make this company absolutely phenomenal. So I'm going to tell you a couple things about our company. We're 11 years old. We are profitable. We run a tight ship, which means we are the kind of company that is going to be here for the long haul. We are not the kind of company that is fly by night, it's going to disappear tomorrow. We are the kind of place that you can count on. Generally speaking, when people are looking for something like what Zingular offers, some amazing products, some great weight loss, an amazing financial opportunity, there's a whole bunch of things that may go through their head. They may be a little bit skeptical. They may be thinking to themselves, why would I want to do this? And maybe this is just a little bit crazy. If you're thinking any of those things, congratulations, you're normal. Now, where do we go from here? When people are looking for something like this, there's usually 4 big things that you want to look for. First, amazing products that actually make a difference in people's lives. Products that will actually, that you would buy, that you would be interested in, even if there wasn't a business opportunity associated with it. Now, I'm not going to talk about those products tonight, but I wanted to mention that as the first item. The second thing that people are really looking for is this a company I can trust? Are the people who are running this company the kind of individuals that I would trust with my future? Well, Zingular has in its ownership group, as well as the executive team and all of our senior leadership, some absolutely phenomenal people who have tremendous, successful experience in multiple industries, and especially in relationship marketing. We are the kind of company and the kind of group of people that you can trust. And you don't just have to take my word for it. If you talk to Melissa, Cynthia, Samantha, and Stacy, they will tell you the same thing because they have known members of the corporate team like me for a very long time, as Stacy mentioned. The next big thing that people usually want to look for is help with what they're doing. If you decide to get involved, are you going to get the help and support that you need from those people around you? Well, I can see some of the faces on this Zoom tonight as I'm kind of scrolling through all of the people across, and not only the people that you're going to hear from tonight, but so many others who have joined this Zoom are the kind of people that you can trust as well. We have field leadership that is second to none in our industry. The kind of people that you can trust, that you can lock arms with and say, let's go do this together. And we are going to do everything in our power to help you be successful. And that is one of those great things that makes Zingular very special. The next thing that makes us unique is a compensation plan that is really second to none. Now, I'm not going to go into all the details because you know what? It doesn't matter. Here's what does matter. It works. We have an 11-year track record of helping people to be successful. You just heard Stacy talk about the fact that this opportunity has enabled him to do something probably earlier than he would have otherwise. And that is life-changing. And it's not just for him, but for so many people. Whether you're looking for a little bit of extra money to change your life, to go into your household every single month, or something a little more significant, this is the kind of place that can make that happen. Our compensation plan is designed to reward the brand new person who's just getting started with some great initial income, as well as the person who's working hard and doing it a little bit part-time with some great long-term income, as well as an opportunity for some wealth building income if you are willing to stick and stay and make this something that is part of your future. When it comes right down to it, one of the only things that is missing is you. Maybe what you're hearing tonight is the very thing that you have been looking for so long. As I talk with people all throughout the United States and in other countries, generally speaking, most people are looking for something. It's a way to be healthier, to maybe just feel a little bit better. Maybe it's about that grandmother or grandfather who wants to be able to get down on the floor and play with their grandkids, and they just don't have the energy. For other people, it's about losing a little bit of weight and feeling a little bit better, just a little bit better about themselves and gaining some confidence. And for others, it's about that other little problem that most of us have, and that is a problem with our bank account, because about 70% of Americans don't have any money in their savings account. That's a rather staggering figure when you think about the entire population of the United States. I suspect that the numbers are similar for places like Canada and other countries as well. What does that tell you? There is an opportunity, if you are willing to have the courage to talk about it and to share it with a little bit of passion and enthusiasm. In 2.5 years that I have been part of the Zingular family, I have seen countless lives changed for the better. I have seen people make a little bit of extra money, make a lot of extra money. I have seen people lose weight and feel better about themselves and gain a confidence that they never thought that they would have. I have seen other people be welcomed into a community, a place where it's something that they have always been looking for and always felt like, if only I could find a place where there would be people who are like me, who have the same struggles, challenges, and issues that I have, where I would feel welcome and get the help and support that I need. Zingular, ladies and gentlemen, is that place. This is the kind of place that you have been looking for. And as I mentioned before, the only thing really missing is you. We like to say here at Zingular, give us 8 days and we'll change your life. We'll change your life in lots of different ways. Just give us 8 days and we will show you how. And some of the amazing people that you're going to hear from after me are going to illustrate that to you. But the most important point that I want to illustrate to each and every one of you tonight is this. Zingular can be a long-term home for every single one of you. For those of you who have joined Zingular but aren't really sharing it that much, guess what? Start sharing. Stop being an undercover distributor and start sharing with some other people, because we got some amazing stuff. And for those of you who are looking at this opportunity for the very first time, join us. We want you to be part of this amazing family. Stacy, I'm turning it back over to you, my friend.
All right. Thank you, brother. So, Ryan, one of the things that I'm so glad you touched on was the community and support that we have. And just for an example, Melissa Adams and I are not on the same team. She's a cross line, and we work really close together. We have developed a really good and close friendship, and not just her and I, but we have developed a lot of friendships that we would not have if it was not for Zingular. The support is the best type of support that I've ever been a part of. I can reach out to so many people in this company and say, hey, I have a question. I need help with something. And everybody is so willing and excited to jump in and help. So if you're looking at this for the first time and you're kind of worried, I don't know where to start, I don't know how to start, don't worry about that. The only thing you need to do is take that first step and get with the person who got you started and say, hey, show me what to do. Help me. That's it. You are going to be led by some great people. So, Ryan, thank you so much for sharing. The next person I want to bring on is a very special person to me. She is on my team, Samantha Weiland from Alaska. She is a gold director with the company, and within her first full year, earned her first Founders Club trip, which is awesome that she was able to do that. And she is a hockey mom, very, very busy. She's also a school teacher as well. So she lives a very busy life, both work-related and family life. And she has been able to be extremely successful with Zingular. So Samantha, if you would, come on, hon, and share your story with us.
Thank you, Stacy. Thank you so much. And for having me on here to share my story. So like Stacy said, when I got started, I'm a hockey mom. My kids have been doing hockey forever. And I'm a school teacher. I teach first grade. So I'm with little ones all day long, and it can be exhausting. And I was falling asleep, sitting up on my couch, falling asleep, and had packed on a little bit of extra weight and thought, you know what, I'm just going to try this. I'm going to do this for myself. But when I ordered right away, she wanted to order. So what was I going to do except sign her up? And that's where my business story started. And at that point, I was just going to sign my mom up, help her out, and go from there. But within the first 3 days, I was noticing a difference in myself and how I was feeling. And I decided to share with friends on Facebook. And the next morning, I had 20 private messages. What is this? My husband needs this. How can I get this? And within my first week, I had my products paid for. I know a lot of people, just getting your products paid for would be awesome. We know the products work, like they said, and just getting your products paid for could be enough for you. And it may be. For me, right away when I started earning money, I thought, I born and raised in Alaska. So is my husband. And living here, I need to get out and see some sun sometimes. And the travel is a big thing for me. And within my first 6 months, I was able to take my family to Hawaii, thanks to Zingular. And we got to spend 2 weeks in Hawaii with the extra money that I had made on the side. So that was like a big thing for me too. Also, for you parents that have kids in sports, hockey for me, it's not a cheap sport, definitely. And my son had just made a team this summer and went and played in Minnesota. It was pretty much a month of hockey for $2,000. It was awesome. They won and they got the championship, and it was so worth it for me as a parent to be able to give him that once in a lifetime opportunity to go, and I didn't have to worry about it. Like I had that money from Zingular. Just got back a couple days ago from going to Washington to watch my oldest nephew graduate. And I was able to take myself and my kids there and bring one of my nephews back. The last couple of years with the money I've made with Zingular, I've been able to bring them back and spend 2 weeks here and experience Alaska and all the fun things we do here. So the travel has been amazing. I have earned 3 all expense paid trips with the company, who treats us like kings and queens when we go anywhere. It's just awesome. And then one big thing is just the cushion. I have that extra money that I put in an account. My husband and I are hoping to build soon, and I'm hoping that I can refurnish my new house with the money that I've made. And just having that cushion and not worrying about extra things that may pop up, and that we're not stressed out about our finances, and we can buy extra groceries and buy our kids extra things. And it's all thanks to Zingular and helping other people. And being a school teacher, I am very rewarded by helping other people, and that's all I'm doing. And I love it. So thank you for giving me this opportunity to share with you about my business story. Thanks.
Thanks, Sam. I appreciate you jumping on and joining us. One of the things I'm so glad you talked about was having that extra cushion of money so you're not as stressed. And this is something you and I talked about earlier today when we was on the phone, was there's a lot of people out there that don't have a cushion of money, that if something would come up, some type of an emergency, whether it be something medically related or something happened with a vehicle or air conditioner, or maybe just money set aside to go on vacation. A lot of people don't have that cushion of money. And that's one of the things that I like that it's doing for so many people, that Zingular is helping people with. It's not just, getting to go on vacation, which is great. Obviously doing things with your family, but also knowing and having that peace of mind that you have that cushion of money setting aside that Zingular has provided for you and your family if something would come up. So thank you, Samantha, for joining us tonight, hon. So next up is Cynthia Evans. And I've known Cynthia Evans since pretty much day one that I got started 8.5 years ago. Cynthia's been with Zingular from day one of the company. And she is one of my uplines, and she is my biggest mentor. So I lean on Cynthia quite a bit. And she is one of the reasons that I've been able to be as successful as I've been with Zingular. She is an attorney, I should say, / retired attorney, because she's making way more with this than she could as an attorney. So Cynthia, I'm going to have you to come on and share your story before I share more of it. Did we lose Cynthia?
Sorry, I was muted. Can you hear me now?
Yes, you're good.
Okay, so I'm Cynthia Evans, and I am from West Virginia. And thank you, Stacy. And I'm so proud of you and Melissa, and so proud of Sam too. And Ryan, thank you so much for all your leadership. So here's what I had to say about this. Is the best thing I've ever seen. I've been an attorney for 30 years. I always thought that was my passion and everything, that I would retire as an attorney. But guess what? I asked myself this question, and this is what I want you to ask yourself. What is it you want that you can't get doing what you're doing right now? For me, it was time freedom. I could make a lot of money practicing law, but guess what? Practicing law and owning my own law firm, I was working 100 hours a week. I was completely stressed out. I had a huge overhead, and I never had extra money to do things with because it always went right back into the cases, the experts, the court reporters, the depositions, the employees, their health insurance, their vacations, all that stuff, and taxes. So what I found here was income without overhead. This builds legacy money. If you ask yourself, why do you do what you do? It might be, you might originally say, oh, well, for a paycheck, to pay my bills, but ultimately whittle that down. What is it? It's peace of mind. Every person wants peace of mind with their finances. And I'm a cancer survivor. So let me tell you something. If something would have happened to me, if I got cancer again, and I was still just practicing law, my family would be devastated. I mean, yes, because of the cancer, but financially they would be devastated because people only pay for my brain and my time as an attorney. If those things are gone, the money stops. This business is a willable income. If something would happen to me tonight, my family would not suffer. In fact, my family would have so much money coming in that most people don't make that much money at all in their careers, even if they've worked there for years and years. You could be laying in a bed in a coma or dead and take care of your family with this income here. The other thing is such a smart business decision, because in this day and age, you never know what's going to happen to your career. And even though I owned my own practice, I didn't work for somebody else, but what if I would have? You could be gone tomorrow. Your boss could walk in and fire you tomorrow. What is your backup plan? So when I started this, it was to get the freedom. It was to get the money without the overhead and to get the freedom. I truly didn't really think it was going to grow this big, but I was working 100 hours a week. And in my first 4 years practicing law and working 100 hours a week at the practice and fitting this in, even when I went to the bathroom, toilet texting, whatever, I made $1 million on a part-time basis in my first 4 years here. Some people, think about this, working full-time, 50, 60, 70 hours a week at your full-time job. Could you ever make $1 million in 4 years? Most people could not. So when I tell you this is huge, I'm telling you this is huge. And it's not trivial. There's lots of businesses out there. The thing about this one, there's only one thing in your life that you absolutely can't live without, and that is your health. You can live without everything else. And there's lots of businesses out there. Practicing law was just one of them. You can live without an attorney. You can live without all these other businesses. You see all these other networking businesses, jewelry and makeup and purses and all this stuff. Trivial, completely trivial. If you're laying in bed, taking your last breath, do you really care what kind of makeup is on your face or what kind of purse you're carrying? No, you don't. You just want one more day. And we add life to people's lives, because I don't care if you're stick skinny or 100 pounds overweight, you need nutrition. You need to live and you need your health. So we have the one business that is not trivial in the nation. And we have a compensation plan like no other. You don't jump through any hoops and loops before you start earning residual income. You earn it by helping your very first person. You earn residual income by helping one person, just one. And it grows from there. It will start small. My first check was $75. I was excited about that. You know why? It didn't have any overhead attached. And then it grew. So I'm telling you, grab hold of whoever cared enough about you to offer you this opportunity and get back with them and say, you know what? I don't understand it, but I want to get started, because I was able to walk away from 100 hours a week. I've got my life back. We've been able to do more, donate more, give more, pay more things, just live our lives and have multiple homes, travel when we want to, do what we want to do, but more importantly, lift other people up. Because practicing law, I might have made myself a millionaire, but nobody else. Okay. And here, I've made over 30 people on my business team multimillionaires. And you need to be one of them with us, with our company. And we can do that. So we've got the support. We've got the compensation plan you need. We've got the only business out there that's not trivial. And we've got a company that builds residual income first. We don't retail products. So thank you guys for listening to me. Thank you for having me on. I'm going to shoot it back to you, Stacy. And I'm just saying, just do it. Just like Nike, just do it.
Thanks, Cynthia. And I forgot to mention, I know most everyone on here knows Cynthia, but for those who do not, she is a platinum executive with the company. And if you look at our income summary, that is an average, if I'm not mistaken, right around 68,000 plus a month. Okay. That's not annually, that's a month. Okay. And there's people in the company making more than that. So I wanted you guys to understand where Cynthia is coming from when she's talking about life-changing money and how she's been able to obviously change her own life with making that kind of income, but also being able to help others. And that's what we like to do. I mean, that's something that Cynthia and I, we were driving about an hour and a half away to a city meeting yesterday, rode together, and we was talking about, what we've been able to do for other people. And, whether it's during Christmas time, whether it's for whatever reason, I don't want to say too much, but we've been able to just help a lot of people. That's what the culture of the business is about paying it forward and helping out as many people as we can. So Cynthia, thank you so much for sharing. The next person I'm going to bring on, I'm very excited to bring on Melissa Adams. She is an executive with the company. This is my running partner. I'm so proud and excited to be able to say that. We discuss a lot of stuff together. We build together. I mentioned earlier, we're not on the same team, but we do a lot of training together. We're travel buddies. We've been on a lot of trips, free trips. We have, my goodness, we've done so much. The biggest trip we got to take together was over in Dubai. And if you've not been to Dubai yet, if you're not even sure if you want to go, I'm telling you, you want to go. Dubai is an awesome, awesome trip. So Melissa Adams, Rockstar Melissa Adams, would you please come on and close us out tonight?
Thank you, Stacy. And I'm so excited to have you as my partner, but more than that, as my friend. And we just love you and Pam so much. And I want to thank Ryan, our Senior Vice President of Sales, for taking his time after he gets off work to come on and pour into us. And then Cynthia and Sam, thank you guys so much. So you've heard from these amazing people. And right now, if you don't hear anything else, hear this. You can do this too. There's nothing special about us. And that keeps you from doing exactly what we've done. I've been a part of Singular for about 6 years. I came from a corporate America background where I was working 60 hours a week and traveling 3 to 4 days a week when I first started. And I found a way to fit this into my life, even though there was no room to fit it in there. But I saw what it could do. I saw what it could give other people. And I worked it in the nooks and crannies of my day. And after just a few months, I was making enough to pay a car payment, blowing my mind. It kept growing. And in about 6 months, I was making enough to pay my house payment. That was changing our lives. In about 2 years, I completely walked away from my corporate America job at 47 years old, not just replacing that income, but exceeding an upper management income that had taken me 25 years of hard work and experience to earn. I turned 50 a few months ago, and mind blowing as it is, I am debt free. And my favorite part of this now is helping others do the exact same thing. So let me ask you this. I want you to go with me just for a second. What would an extra $500 a month look like for your family? just like Sam was talking about, would it take the stress up of helping your kids play sports and paying those dues? Because my daughter was a competitive cheerleader, so I know the expense of that, Sam. Would it help take that stress off? What about, like she said, going on a vacation? Is there a family trip that you guys just wish that you could go on? If you just had the extra money, you could do that this summer. Are you staying home because you don't have the extra cash? What about paying off credit cards? It's been 6 months since Christmas. Do you guys still owe money from Christmas on credit cards? I used to take it, and it'd take me, I'd use every bit of my income tax money and then some to pay off, all of the bills from the Christmas. What about having a savings account with actual money in it? Like Ryan was saying, 70% of Americans do not have a savings. We didn't have a savings. What about having one with actual money in it? What about being able to give more, like Stacy was talking about, to your church or to a charity, or helping somebody that needs? What about when the unexpected happens? Your car needs tires, your kid needs braces, the AC in your house goes out. That's stressful if you don't have an extra income. $500 a month can help someone not have to live paycheck to paycheck anymore. And like Cynthia was talking about as well, time freedom. What would more time look like for you? For me, it was about being able to spend time at my daughter's house when both of my grandbabies were born. It was about being able to stay with my mom when she had open heart surgery and she didn't have to go somewhere for somebody else to take care of her. I didn't have to ask anybody for that time off. I was able to do that. It's being able to take impromptu trips with my husband and not have to stress about money and not have to ask somebody for the time off. It means spending more time and making more memories with the people that mean the most to you, instead of spending the most of your time with coworkers who won't care if you're gone tomorrow. It means giving your family the best of you every single day, instead of coming home from work and giving them what's left of you. So ask yourself, why not you? You only have to take one step by yourself, and that is saying yes tonight. And then we are going to lock arms with you, give you the tools and the training you need and everything that you need to do exactly what Cynthia's done, to do what Sam's done, to do what Stacy's done, and to do what I've done. Do not settle for mediocrity in your life. You're one decision away tonight from the greatness God has put right here in front of you. You're not here by accident. Message the person that invited you right now and tell them, yes, I am in. I want something more. I want more than what I have right now. Because if nothing changes, nothing changes. So you can either say one day, or today can be day one. And if you're already a customer and you're on here, share what you have. You guys know these have changed your life. All you got to do is share and tell your coach yes, and they're going to help you. Don't let fear stop you and keep you in the same place that you are right now, in the place that you've always been. This is yours for the taking. So have the courage to stop living vicariously through somebody else and watching their life on Facebook, and start living your own and make your own dreams become a reality. Have the faith to know that you're worthy of that life. So we want you to come X with us. So make that decision tonight. We love you so much. God bless you guys, and good night.